And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, another epic VeVe live stream. Today, we just have one drop, but it is a super limited drop today with only 10,000 editions. So, super limited. It's going to be probably hard to get this drop. We have dropping at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We have West Coast Avengers issue number 7. Shout out to everyone joining the live stream today. A lot of people in here early. We got Super Simono, Jeremy Wild. We got December Bitcoin. How we doing? How we doing, fam? Hope all is well. I'm going to be going over the additions, the covers, my kind of game plan on this drop today. And then we got a couple of videos later on as well. Not too many videos today, so it's going to be more of a little ask me anything today, I think. I'm going to be going over the comic right now today. Again, this is a blind box comic like we've seen before. No collectible drop today. I'm wondering if we will get some kind of crazy announcement for May 25th, but till then, we don't know exactly what's going to be happening. Right now, we got West Coast Avengers issue number 7. This is the common today. We got the uncommon in black and white, except for the characters here. Characters kind of pop a little bit. Kind of almost blends in, though, at the same time with the background on this one. We got the rare with the shark popping out at us. I like the rare, actually, on this one. We got the ultra rare and the secret rare. Honestly, for the first time in a while, I may like the rare for some reason a little bit more than any others. I like the rare, like the common today. Let me know your thoughts. Which cover is your favorite? First time in a while, I feel like the rare might be one of my favorites. Again, this is a super limited drop today. 10,000 total editions. Haven't had one of these in a little while. The common has 6,000 total editions. The uncommon has 2,250. The rare has 1,000 editions. And the ultra rare has 500. Secret rare is 250. So again, I think once we get towards having our actual houses in the VeVeverse, our showrooms a little bit more developed, these comics that only have 250 editions, I know it's not really that popular in the real world. And I lean towards popularity will cause scarcity over time. But it's one of those things where I think people are going to want to show off some collectibles and some comics that other people just can't own because there's only such a limited supply of them. So I think they could do pretty well just because of that reason long term. But again, not that popular in the real world as of now. But also with that being said, I think VeVe is going to really boost the popularity of the physical collectibles and physical comics because we've already seen it with Todd McFarlane Batman, right? Beginning in the 2021 year, that Todd McFarlane Batman physical collectible was like $200. And because of the VeVe effect, blew up over almost, I think, $2,000. Same thing with comic books. You've seen what happened with the Todd McFarlane comic that was on fire because of VeVe. So I think VeVe will have an impact on a lot of these physical collectibles. We get to some more comics. How we doing? How we doing? Paz, how we doing, brother? 10K editions. I think it's pretty, I like when they drop pretty limited runs like this, but I know not everybody likes that because it's also a lot harder to get the drop. Yeah, definitely could not be happening, Jason. Absolutely. Usually they drop that Medium article 2 days in advance. Or I'm sorry, like a day in advance, and they have that announcement a couple days in advance. So you never know. Maybe nothing really does happen. But the month of May is not over yet. So maybe they surprise us at the very end of the month instead. Diego, how we doing? How we doing? Possible Thursday drop. Could be. I think we will see some kind of announcement later today. Just kind of my opinion. Could be wrong, of course. Don't have too strong of an opinion. I just think we're going to get some kind of news of a new drop, Star Wars related, by the end of the month. Paz, how we doing, brother? Hope all is well, my man. Billy the Kid. Yo, JD, I was just in Disney, and there are some physical statues of the golden moments around the parks. Absolutely, Billy the Kid. And that's what makes a lot of us so bullish. And it also makes us all kind of think there's going to be some kind of utility with those physical collectibles. I believe Disney they went for the patent for some kind of AR metaverse type thing. I think they're going to definitely incorporate the VeVe collectibles, those Disney golden moments, with some kind of utility with those statues around the parks. A lot of people have brought up the possibility of maybe you go to those Disney parks with those golden moment statues. You maybe put your Disney golden moment AR collectible next to it. kind of gives you some kind of free collectible, or I don't know what could be the possible outcome of that, but I think there's a lot of possibilities with that happening. And also that makes all of us kind of think that we're going to get all those Disney Golden Moment statues. At first, I think the consensus was that we weren't going to. We were only going to have that first week of Golden Moments, but then things changed. We got the Valentine's Day drop. We got a couple other ones to drop. So it looks like that Disney's planning to have them all. And I know that kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because we were all kind of set on that first week being the final Golden Moments, the first and the last drop. But hindsight, I think, looking back at it, I think it's actually going to be more beneficial long term to have all of those Disney statues, because that makes me think there's going to be more plans to it, right? If Disney decided to say, let's actually release all of our golden statues as Golden Moments on the VeVe app, that's huge, right? As opposed to saying, all right, you get just these few and then that's it. That makes me think they're enticing people to collect them. There's going to be some kind of utility with their parks, in my opinion. But yeah, Billy the Kid, awesome that you went down there at Disney and you saw that. Did you ask anybody that works at the parks if they've heard of VeVe or anything like that? Because I know there's a few people that work at Disney that have been in the VeVe app. So just wondering if you talked to anybody down there. This comic will do well all over retail, just like all other 10K drops. Yeah, Jason, I think it could do pretty well. I think it's going to be hard to get. I think we will have to bust out Rhythm Gate for this one. Hope we get some rares, ultra rares, and secret rares. Absolutely, as always. Live stream, you guys usually do really well on the drops, especially I feel like on the 10K drops recently. Appreciate you, December. I'll see you when you come back. Also, good luck today, too, if you go for the drop. I know you've been having some unlucky drops with all those comments, so hopefully you grab a couple rares, ultra rares. Willow, how we doing? How we doing, fam? Henry, good morning. Good morning. The Fab 50, which tells me I think Mickey Mouse is actually by himself is one of those statues, right? So we'll probably see another Mickey Mouse golden statue. Won't be FA, but I think Mickey Mouse fans out there really won't matter. Is Star Wars happening tomorrow? Galt, we do not know. We don't know yet. I don't know if it's going to be like a surprise drop or they just hold off until maybe the end of the month. How many Golden Moments are there now? Good question. Let me check. I could answer this for you. I just got to look on the VeVe app. I don't know offhand how many there are. I know there's a few different drops. I did think that first week of Golden Moments was going to be it. Let's see. We got the Avengers logo, C3PO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it looks like we only have 18 so far. That's going to be a crazy collection. Can you imagine the people that will have duplicate Golden Moment full sets? Selling a full set of all the Golden Moments. Well, I guess you really can't do that because they are broken up into their own kind of sets. But for someone who wants to be the master collector of the Disney Golden Moments, I think they would pay a premium for that. Galt saying 10K garbage bin drop. And that's another thing that I was thinking, maybe because we know that there's so many Marvel comic books, right? I think there's over 30,000 Marvel comics. Not every single comic is a holy grail, right? But again, people are going to collect comics not just for the holy grail purpose, probably to read some of them. I think it offers a little twist that some of these maybe in real life comics that aren't that valuable, they're putting a limited run on these on the digital versions, makes them a little bit more valuable, right? If they made this comic, 60,000 editions, it probably wouldn't do that well because it's not that valuable in real life. So we've seen that happen with a couple other comics on the VeVe app. The 1,000 edition run comic, right? Pretty valuable on the VeVe app. But when you go to the real life, I think it's Spider-Man 252, I believe. That's the issue. I mean, that comic book in real life really isn't that expensive, but when you put only 1,000 editions on it in the digital version, it makes it pretty valuable. Yeah, absolutely, Willow Kid. Usually they put out, announcement, then the Medium article, then the drop. Could be Friday. I was thinking too, maybe they just kind of wait towards the end of the month. Let's see. Last day is Tuesday. Maybe they save it till the 29th, Sunday. I have no idea. Diego said I was there in December and showing off the partner statue. I showed it to a few workers there and they had no idea. Wow. Okay, Diego. Good to know. Good to know. That was back in December, though. I wonder if they got word because I think a lot of Disney workers have kind of been, told they could be valuable. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping in the future they have at least some animation that happens when you get next to them, just like Weapons Rack and Common Deadbeats. I think something's going to happen, Diego. I think there's reasons why we can't put them all together in our showroom right now. Maybe that's just because the file sizes are too big on them. Kind of ruins the chances of that for now. But it just has to me, when you look at some of the utility the artist collectibles have brought, right? Can only imagine what the biggest brands in the world could do. Some will argue, Disney being a company at the end of the day, a business, they're not just going to hand things out for free. Definitely a perspective that you got to consider. I mean, that's definitely the case too. But at the same time, a lot of those perks that the Disney members do get are a lot of those free, different collectibles that they've been giving out. I know Disney Magic, VeVe Magic, she works at Disney. Shout out to VeVe Magic. She's talked a lot about all the free little different things that she's gotten because she's been a member there. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, someone said, did VeVe kill Recur? I don't know, real talk. I think, kind of like what Gary Vee was saying earlier. I know a lot of people, shout out to Gary Vee. He was all over Twitter Spaces in the VeVe community the other night. I mean, he hit the nail on the head with one thing he did say. He said there's going to be, enough room in this entire space for a bunch of platforms to win. So I'm not saying that VeVe killed Recur. I mean, I'm sure Recur has its own audience. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of platforms that succeed. I think VeVe is just going to be the biggest one. And I think VeVe is going to be the Apple Music, the iTunes, and I'm sure there's going to be other platforms out there, right? There's going to be Pandora, right? That's still surviving. That, I mean, if you invested in Pandora as soon as it came out, it's not the biggest music streaming platform in the world, but it still succeeds, right? So I kind of look at that the same way with these NFT platforms that do have licenses from big brands. I think that's just going to be the future. Right now, it's kind of like anything's popping up. Why? Because it's an NFT. The same way, websites back in 1990s, they blew up. Why? Just because it was a new website. Once that got saturated, you had to be a lot more than just a new website, right? That's why the 98% of those websites didn't last, but the best ones did survive, and we got a couple big ones out of it, right? Amazon, eBay. I think we're seeing the same thing just in real time with all these NFT platforms and projects. A lot of the random ones may not survive, right? 98% of these projects probably won't do well over time, but there's going to be a handful, probably more than a handful of projects that succeed. So not too sure, real talk, if that's what happened or not, but I mean, maybe for the time being, we'll see what happens. Galt says, I'll spend $6.99. Who cares? And I guess that's the benefit of these comics, right? Galt, I mean, instead of having a blind box that's like $70, $50, that's a lot of money for a lot of people, especially a new user. Maybe you just told your buddy about VeVe, comes to the app. A lot of people don't really want to spend $70 right away. So that's a good thing about these comics. It gives a cheap price for even veterans, right? Galt, I know you've been here for a little bit. Sometimes these drops can be beneficial because it doesn't hurt our pockets, right? You can get lucky with one of them. It is a pretty hard chance to get it like a secret rare. Let me just look at the odds real quick. So the odds to get a secret rare are pretty tough. It's 1 in 40, 1 in 42 to be exact. Odds to get an ultra rare is 1 in 21. Odds to get a rare is 1 in 10. Probably see a lot of rares and uncommons today. 1 in 4 for the uncommon. Oh, okay. I didn't know this, Willow. Friday is when Obi-Wan comes out on Disney Plus. Then it could definitely be Friday. What day is today? Tuesday? Oh, yeah. It's setting up to be Friday is the big one. That could definitely be it, Willow. I like that analysis right there. Prediction. Time it perfectly with the movie. Wow. Okay. It was supposed to be tomorrow, the 25th, which would make sense, but Disney pushed it back till Friday, the 27th. Maybe that's why they pushed back the drop, the unknown drop that we're speculating of. Randy was saying he thinks it's to compete with the new Stranger Things dropping Friday as well. Oh, I like that. Shout out to Randy. I like that. Yeah, that's probably what's happening right now. I didn't know all that stuff was going down same dates. I could definitely see that being the case. So it makes sense too. I mean, if we don't see a drop on the 25th, then maybe VeVe probably wanted to push it back too, where Disney and VeVe probably collabed and said, let's just push it back to Friday. It makes more sense. Heading into a big weekend. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Which, if the 2505 edition theory is true, it wouldn't be crazy to think that's exactly what VeVe had planned before Disney pushed it back. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's why Alex came out and said fake news, because it just wasn't true anymore. Maybe it was true when they originally planned that, because that's the kind of stuff that they had to plan pretty far in advance, right? The edition number of the Star Wars comics. That was definitely when that dropped. The series was probably still anticipating to be dropped on the 25th. So once everything kind of got finalized, the pushback, the delay, Alex probably came out and said, nope, fake news. Wow, that'd be hilarious. That definitely makes a lot of sense to me. Whew. Gear up for Friday then, I would say. I'm still kind of torn on going for this drop or not today. Again, my game plan, I don't know if I said my game plan for this drop, but I'll go over it right now. And then we're going to be diving into a couple videos. Now, my game plan for this one, if I was to go for a drop, is probably to flip it right away. If I get a common, I'll probably just hold on to the common. Uncommon, I probably feel the same way. Rare, depending on the price point, maybe just keep that. But if I get an ultra rare, secret rare, I would have probably planned to flip that right away if I got in the marketplace, because it really all depends on how the marketplace opens up. I think a lot of you guys tuned in understand that by now. If it opens up and only a couple of us got the comic and there's a lot to be delivered, that's usually when it starts out crazy high. And if you get in the market and you got yours delivered, that's clutch, right? That's crucial. You can let it go at a high price, or hope to let it go at a high price. And then as more and more get delivered, usually that price comes down. And then if it has a lot of demand, if it's a great comic or collectible, usually it goes back up in price once they all kind of get delivered and it hits that floor. But the exact opposite tends to happen if, we all get our collectibles and then the market opens. Everyone tries to rush in there and put it for sale right away, and it usually starts out pretty low. And if it has demand, popularity, it'll go back up kind of over time. But usually starts out low when that happens. Interesting gulp. Didn't hear about this. If you unstake, you get stuck for 7 days holding OMI, or you pay 3%. I feel like you're saying it's unheard of for that, but I feel like that's kind of the downside if you decide to pull it out, right, a little bit early, you get hit with a little bit of a fee. DG Vet at work stopped by to say what's up. Appreciate you, big time DG Vet. At work, are you going for the drop at work today? Maybe I might have to take a little bathroom break right at drop time. But appreciate you for stopping by today. Have a good day at work, my man. Liking your drop head collectible as well. Shout out to My Collectibles. Awesome little project he's got going there. Real Talk says, IMX hosts many blockchains. Any thoughts of interoperability for VeVe with all of the other companies on IMX? Ooh, good question here. Are you saying like maybe being able to put some of your IMX Mutable X collectibles in the VeVe app? Is that what you're trying to say? Or are you trying to say, do you think interoperability with VeVe, like VeVe collectibles and the other platforms? Unsure of your question a little bit, Real Talk. I want to say in the early days, I think before they even had the VeVe app, I think there was plans to have, other projects from like OpenSea to be able to put in your VeVe showrooms. But then as the VeVe app, got developed, kind of took off, I think there was talks about they kind of want to only have the collectibles in the VeVe showrooms to be that premium quality, because they don't really want to have a mix of random stuff in there with the high Disney type quality NFTs. I'm not positive if that's still the same case. I'm sure long term, though, we could see a time where we see other NFTs be put in the VeVe showrooms. Really just depends on the community, I think. If the community really wants that, to where you could say, if you have NFTs on OpenSea, I'm going to shout out Willow right now because I know he's in the Crypto Cannabis Club. And I think that's one of the OpenSea projects that could probably survive. I'm sure long term probably could put one of those in your VeVe showroom, but short term, I don't think there's anything going to be like that happening in the short, medium term. But I could be wrong on that. Definitely, that could be a good question for like the next VeVe AMA, real talk, if that was what you were asking. Because I'm sure there's people in the community right now that probably do want to put some of the other NFTs from different platforms into the VeVe showrooms. I think it really just depends if the community wants that to happen or not. But again, I don't think it's going to happen anytime in the short term. Called said we better see Vader tomorrow. Again, that's why I always say, keep your expectations kind of low so you don't get disappointed, but also be ready for any kind of surprises, because you never know when a secret rare drop could happen at any moment type thing. I'm not confirming there is going to be a secret rare drop or anything like that, but I wouldn't get dead set on something dropping if there is no VeVe announcement. It's good to have some thoughts, maybe definitely see possibilities, but also just be open to anything could happen, right? What do you think the market does if we get no Star Wars drops this month? Good question, Diego. I think it has a little bit of a rebound. I don't think it's just going to shoot up to January prices right away, but I do think that if we don't get any Star Wars drops this month, like say if our kind of prediction that Willow brought up, we don't get one on Friday, right? And then we don't get one that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, May 31st happens, nothing, right? I think a lot of people probably saved up gems for these collectibles drops, and so they're probably going to go shopping a little bit, probably go back in the market, maybe get some ones that they sold or some other ones. I think it could rebound a little bit because of that. I do expect some kind of Star Wars drop to happen by the end of the month, though. But I could be wrong. Maybe not. Maybe they save it for another month. Maybe when the overall market rebounds or the web app gets available for everybody, new drop system. I am expecting, shout out to VeVe Vibes, because I know he made a video probably a couple weeks ago now about saying how a lot of people forgot that the VeVe drop is actually going to be happening, where we get the VeVe. That's going to be one of the first lottery drops, or the new drop system that's going to happen. And that's a great point, because I think a lot of people did kind of forget about that. I don't know when that's supposed to be happening. I think they said this month, May. Not positive on that, but sometime soon. But yeah, that's kind of how I see it happening, Diego. I don't think it's going to go crazy high, but if we don't get another big drop or another Star Wars drop or anything like that, I see it rebounding a little bit, because people probably stocked up gems, right? So, yep, I'm a 5G boss with drops now. Let's go, DG Bet. Good to hear. Miss Rose in the building. How we doing, Miss Rose? Let's go. Got a shout out to CCC. G Metals. Hey, yo. How we doing? Oh, switching to my new account, G Metals. Good to know, Diego. This is Diego's burner account, looks like. Shout out to Diego. Liking the video from 2 different accounts. Appreciate you big time. Jimbo Lee, good morning. Let's go Common Gang. I hope no Common Gang today. Yeah, I want a Vader announcement so I can pick up a Todd at a discount, maybe around 2K. I think it could go down if we do get a Vader. I know Darth Vader drops. I think the whole market goes down just a little bit. I don't know if Vader is going to be dropped or not. I know there's been a lot of recent videos of teasing Darth Vader collectibles. Shout out to everybody who found those videos and brought them up, resurfaced them. I'm not sure exactly who did. So anybody who knows the Twitter username, that did showcase, or maybe it was a YouTube. I thought I saw it on Twitter the other night. They were showing the the video from I think like 2018, where we had the Comey Secure wallet. They had the Comey Secure wallet here and flashed the phone in front of it, and you could see a bunch of different collectibles pop up, and one of them was Darth Vader. So I saw this briefly, but I really didn't examine it myself. So I definitely got to check this out, Jimbo Lee. There's stuff inside the Deadpool duck's head, so I definitely got to go check that out. Maybe I'll look at it right now. I'm good, Willow. I hope you have a blessed day as well. Shout out to Miss Rose. Shout out to Willow. Yeah, let me take a look at. It's a secret rare, right? Yep. Let's take a look at this. Let me see if I can bring it up on the live stream. Let me see if you guys can figure it out. I'm going to zoom in onto the secret rare duck's head. Oh, there is a chip in here. Oh, what is this? It almost looks like a floppy disk, right? All right. Let's see if I can show you guys. So we have the Deadpool secret rare duck here. I don't have it, so I have to leave it kind of spit in here. And if you zoom in, you got like a floppy disk looking chip or something in here. What do you guys think this could be? You think it's just a glitch? Like something to do with where they had to take the picture of it? It almost looks like a version of the duck on the disc here. I'm not sure. Jimbo Lee, what do you guys think it is? I saw that on Twitter a couple of nights ago. Maybe it was last night. DG Vet says, no Star Wars, I quit. I think it would kind of upset a little bit of the community. Or I would say a lot of bit. A lot of people. Uh-oh, my drop's not loading. I've been following the price for a little while. Is the price going up on them? Shout out to anyone who has the ducks. It's 115 right now. It goes up to 121. Can't wait for the logo drop. Willow, I'm actually excited for that too. I'm wondering, if people are going to be excited for that or if they're like, oh, we don't want to spell VeVe. But I feel like that's going to be kind of like, a stunt to have in your showroom. I don't know how expensive they're going to be. They say it's going to be pretty cheap, right? With a lot of additions, because the purpose isn't to have expensive, very, very expensive letters for the logo. It's just kind of to test out the new drop system. But I think over time, maybe like a couple years from now, I think that's going to be a stunt to have in your showroom, right? Just kind of the way I see it. But Johnny, the staking is only 7 days. I was just seeing about unstaking, and it says it takes 7 days, no interest. What kind of stupid option is that? It only takes 3%. Not too sure, Galt. So what do you mean that the staking is only for 7 days? Can't you stake it for a lot longer? Been adding new VeVe TikToks on my G Metals account, and G Metals is my main VeVe account. Oh, okay, awesome. I didn't know you have a YouTube channel. G Metals. I'm gonna add you on YouTube, brother. Let's subscribe to G Metals. Making VeVe content, brother? Or not yet? If you are, let me shout you out. Oh, on TikTok, right? Let me check you out on TikTok real quick. I think I am following you already. Oh yeah, I am following you. Great, good stuff. If you have a YouTube channel, let me know. 30-minute warning. Saw that you had a Todd for sale last night. I was like, oh, if I only had the gems, let's go. Yeah, I delisted it. Now I feel like that kind of scares people anytime I list my Todd. Again, I try to basically what I do is, I delisted it because someone listed their 1,000 Todd under mine. So whatever the floor is, let me see if this market's still open. It is. All right, cool. All right, so I had mine listed, I think, for like 3.6, right? 3.6K. And that's just because the floor was 2.6K. It's 2.7K right now. And so my theory is like if someone buys my Todd, which was the cheapest 1,000 mint at the time, I would just go back and buy the floor Todd, and then I would have 1,000 gems right there. Because I still have 3 Todds, and I want to keep 3 Todds. I don't want to go down to 2 just yet. So I'd basically just be swapping a 1,000 mint for like a 3,000, 4,000. I didn't want to get a 7,000 mint, so just with a 1,000 mint for a mid-tier mint, and then I'd have 2 1,000 mint Todds left. Basically, just a way to add some quick gems. But every time I do that, it never usually works out, and someone usually puts their 1,000 mint Todd right under mine, which is what happened. And it's kind of stressful when I do it too, because I always got to be paying attention to the market. Sometimes I'll forget, I'll go golfing or something will happen. I try not to do it overnight when I sleep, because I know with big collectibles, especially like a Todd McFarlane Batman, the floors could get swept at any moment. Shout out to Dr. Profit, shout out to Ray Fixie, right? I think it was Dr. Profit that just swept the floors up to 4K in like an instant. So anytime you guys see my Todd listed in the market, I'm usually constantly checking just to make sure that floors aren't being swept, because that's the last thing I want to happen. What I don't want to happen is my Todd to get swept, and then I go check the floor and it's a lot higher than what I sold the Todd at. Worst case scenario, if that did happen, I'd still have 2 Todds left, but I want to keep 3 Todds for now. So would have been awesome, Willow, if you did buy it. Says it already has 2 JD owned comics in the vault due to giveaways. Let's go. I think that will be legendary too. Anyone who does buy like an originally owned Todd McFarlane Batman or anything like that. The one I have listed for sale is actually not one of my originally owned though. It'd be second owned. I bought that one when it was $300. The other 2 I bought when it was $80. Those are gonna be, locked away in the vault to the point where people can come in and then maybe bid on it if they want it, and then if I want to let it go, maybe I'll let one of them go. But those 2 are going to be probably the last ones I ever let go in my vault. But eventually we will. One iteration of the showroom that I think is going to be pretty cool is when we are able to go to everyone's showrooms. And Willow, I can go to your showroom and you have a couple collectibles in there. Maybe you got your Walt standing right there. And then I can offer bids on your collectibles in your showrooms right there. Like, wow, that Walt looks amazing. I know that's a Willow originally owned. Let me offer him, X amount of money, and then you can turn it down, accept it. But I think that's going to be an awesome little layer to a lot of these collectibles, going into people's showrooms and then buying the collectibles from there. I think that's going to be awesome. In the last AMA, they said that the new drop system with the VeVe logo drop has the highest priority. So it is very likely we will see it next month. Yeah, good to know, J-Temp. Oh, it has not the highest priority. I agree with that, because like you just said, it's not the highest priority. They have a lot of other things on that priority list that come before. The web app for everyone, the KYC, the cash out for everyone. Those things are what they're really trying to work on right now. So, and especially now that they got the bot problem pretty much handled, or at least I don't know if it's handled or they're just not coming back. I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. I think they probably did a great job at reducing that issue. So now that the drops have been a lot easier to get, that's not really that big of a priority right now. I'm going to get to a couple more comments and I'm going to watch a couple of videos. VeVe Vibes also said the Deadpool duck was the lowest mint of the Mighties. Could have some value potential. That's interesting. I didn't really think about that one. Shout out to VeVe Vibes for pointing that out. Let's go. Punch got us on the big screen right now. Let's go. Not happy with current vault evaluation. Yeah, Punch. A lot of things are down right now. It's just part of the ebb and flow with the market. It's not just VeVe though. That's the good thing. If you look all around, stock markets are down big time. All of crypto is down right now. All NFTs are down right now. So it's not just VeVe, which is, I would say, the good thing. I would say just the economic situation we're in right now. Everybody understands the gas prices are crazy high right now. Groceries are crazy high right now. Food, everything. So I would say it's just the times we're in right now. Duck's been going down. I haven't had one of these futters in here in a while. Looks like a PC hard drive. It does really look like that. I'll pass on logo drop. Yeah, Rich Buddy, it won't be for everyone. I don't think it's going to be expensive either. It's going to be something just to test out the new drop system, I think. Plug the duck into the future VeVe computer drop and play the duck pool game. Pretty obvious. Wow, crypto cookie. Could you imagine that? That would be insane. When that happens eventually, clip this and post that. Because you called it if that's the case. How we doing? How we doing? Dun, dun, dun. I don't know what it is, but this is the Marvel Mighty with the less editions in the entire Marvel Mighty's collection. Maybe it is something important. Could definitely be. I think there's going to be a huge utility with these Marvel Mighties, guys. I don't have the full collection, so it's not like I'm trying to pump my bags. I only have duplicates of really the Captain America Series 1 stuff. I do have some other Marvel Mighties. I just don't have the full sets of all of them. But I think the people that do, you're gonna get rewarded big time. I think it's gonna be the Marvel Mighties may end up being, grails. Right now they're not really looked at as grails, but things change all the time on VeVe. I think they're definitely have a chance to be grails at one point. Just created the YouTube channel today. Nice. Let's go, G Metals. I couldn't find you, but once you start making some videos, I'm sure I'm going to be able to find you on YouTube. So I'll definitely make sure to shout you out. Pass on some love to your brother. Let's go. Henry stacking in the market. Love to see it, my man. I'm doing great, brother. Appreciate you for asking. Henry says, my man, Johnny, how you doing? I've been away from YouTube for so long. Been spending all my time in the market, stacking like crazy. Even took on a second job to make extra to put into VeVe. Henry, I think people like you are going to be rewarded big time, brother. It's just a matter of how long can you hold. I remember a lot of the FUD started. FUD started right away because we grew so quick. People said VeVe wouldn't be able to handle the load once we grew from 8,000 to 180,000 users in 1 month. But then a lot of the FUD started happening when that DeLorean drop happened because 50,000 additions for the common. People said, VeVe's sinking, VeVe's done, and prices went way down. I think common DeLorean was $3. And a lot of people stacked them, right? And you had to hold on to maybe 4 or 5 months. But then what happened? That same common DeLorean that was $3 shot up to $180. So imagine if you bought, 100 of those, right? Could make out big time. So it really just comes down to how long you can hold for the most part. Not financial advice, just my opinions. Let me get to some of these videos before we run out of time. Didn't realize how fast the time's going. This first one is going to be from Comics and Crypto. Hodl or sell video from today. Shout out to Sean and Spencer and the whole Comics and Crypto crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hodl or Sell, where we'll be breaking down West Coast Avengers number 7. In the end, we will let you know if we plan to hodl or sell. As always, this is not financial advice, but purely for entertainment purposes only. Also, if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button to receive updates on all our content. This video is sponsored by Elite Comics 11, Instagram's #1 community-powered comic sales page. This Tuesday, May 24th, we are getting the modern age comic West Coast Avengers number 7, first appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. Not to be confused with West Coast Avengers number 7, from 1986. Thank you once again, Marvel Legacy Numbering. Story by Kelly Thompson, with art by Daniel D. Niculo, and cover by Eduardo Petrovich. In the comics, Jeff the Land Shark was created by Brodog, an alternate persona of infamous villain Modog, who experimented on sharks by giving them the ability to breathe air, have legs, and also walk on land. During an assault by the West Coast Avengers on the secret lair of the supervillains, Gwenpool found the baby land shark and took him in. She named him Jeff and introduced him to her other teammates from the West Coast Avengers. Most of them were skeptical of Jeff at first, but they soon embraced him. Jeff's time in the comics is not only spent with the West Coast Avengers, including Kate Bishop, but also the famed work with a mouth, Deadpool. This character has yet to make his appearance in the MCU.
It's going to happen
However,
soon.
Jeff has become a fan favorite, and there is speculation that Marvel Studios is looking to bring in Jeff and the West Coast Avengers to Phase 5 of the MCU. If they do, his cuteness could rival that of Baby Groot's. I just learned about Marvel's Jeff the Land Shark comic, and now I'm ready to lay down my entire life for this sweet boy. Not to sound dramatic, but I would die for Jeff the Land Shark. If Jeff the Land Shark shows up in the MCU, he'll be more popular than Baby Yoda. Of this, I am confident.
Bold claim.
According to Go Collect, West Coast Avengers number 7 has a 9.8 grade, is currently valued at $170, with a 90-day average of $180. Before we give our final verdict, we want to remind you that digital slabs are now available at cherrycharts.com. These slabs are a free and fun way to show off your comic.
They look awesome, too.
On all your favorite social media platforms. For our final verdict, we give this book a sell. This comic is currently not very valuable, and given this book will likely have a limited run, probably around 10,000 total editions,
Great call.
it's likely going to sell for a premium on drop day with a gradual decrease in value over time. So this would be a good opportunity to sell high. However, with the speculation that his character could be seen in the MCU, it's possible his cuteness could melt the hearts of thousands of Marvel fans, increasing the popularity of this character.
I do agree with that.
Good things for his first appearance comic.
People like sharks.
Physical and digital format. So definitely keep an ear to the ground on any speculation. This way you can buy in low before this comic potentially goes up in value. Please make sure to reference the spreadsheet on our link tree for each comic definition and ranking. The link will be included in the details below.
This is a great resource, too. So you can always go to their link tree on their Twitter, Comics and Crypto.
Overall, we still believe that Silver Age, Key, and Grail books should have the best long-term value. Also, if you would like to see our weekly comic book rankings, please make sure to follow us on Twitter at Comics and Crypto, where we will have new VeVe comic book rankings every Monday. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe.
Great video, great video. As always, from Comics and Crypto. See, Spill, good morning, good morning. I got another video before the drop. See, 10:43 for me. Drops happening exactly in 16 minutes and 42 seconds. Got time for another video. We got VeVe in 3 coming up in just a moment. Price predictions for today's drop. Crypto boy, how we doing? How we doing, brother? My price predictions. I think the Secret Rare could start off pretty high on this one. Again, I think it all depends on the market. Usually, like how it opens up. As we know, if the market opens up with only a few deliveries happening, meaning a lot of people didn't get their comic received just yet, usually it starts out pretty high. There's only maybe a handful of comics in the market if it opens up early. Usually that price starts off pretty high and then works its way down as more and more comics get delivered. I think for the Secret Rare, I think it'd start above $500 on this one if it comes out pretty early. And if that's the case, I'd probably let it go. I'm going to try to let a Secret Rare go around 1,000 if I can. But we'll see how it starts off in the market. I'm not too confident in any kind of predictions for this one. Just going to see how this one works out because I think it will sell out pretty quickly. So I think we may have to go for a rhythm gate, try to time this one to get it. But the market overall sentiment's still pretty low. So I feel like, There's a chance it might not sell out instantly, but with only 10,000 editions, I think there's definitely 10,000 people going for this drop. So I think it will sell out pretty quickly. How we doing? How we doing? Get C. How we doing, brother? Yeah, Henry Overseas. Definitely good seeing you here, my man. I've been doing great, brother. Appreciate you for asking. We got my collectibles. Still can't believe that I finally own a Todd. Let's go. Yeah, shout out to my collectibles. I know he was able to purchase the Todd on the dip. I think, what did you get Todd at? I think like 2K or something crazy, right? Made a whole video on it. It was amazing. You could just tell your enthusiasm on it, how excited you were, and rightfully so. I mean, anytime you get one of those big time collectibles, and if you believe in VeVe, I think having the first VeVe NFT will go down as just being iconic, right? As VeVe becomes a household name to the entire world and seems obvious to the entire world, I think having that first VeVe NFT will be a status symbol beyond belief. It's, to me, that's almost equivalent to a blue check mark once VeVe becomes the, for the masses. Right now, still people are questioning it. You can't cash out. People are saying, is it a scam still? That's just because the branding of NFTs is all wrong. Because of all these other projects that happen, people just equate NFTs with crypto scam, expensive animal pictures, and all that kind of stuff, which we know, it can be so much more than that, right? Are there some scams out there? Sure. But that's just like saying when the internet was first coming out, the internet's a scam. There's scam websites. It's like, yeah, just because there's a couple scam websites out there and a couple, nonsense things, it doesn't mean the whole internet is a scam. And that's kind of what we just have to get over together. Over time, we will. It's not going to happen overnight. It might not even happen in 12 months, right? But in the next couple of years, I think VeVe's positioned themselves to be the biggest digital collectible platform in the entire world, the biggest NFT platform in the entire world. So it's going to only matter of time. I'm so glad you did get one, my collectibles. I'm going to go over this next video real quick from VeVe N3. Shout out to Heather and Corey making amazing content.
Welcome back to VeVe N3 with me, Corey, aka Old Rhubarb on VeVe, and
me, Heather, from the VVT and also Heroes and Heroines.
And the next comic landing on the app is West Coast Avengers number 7, which is a first appearance for Jeff, the land shark. And this comic is going to be a super limited edition. That means 10K across all of the variants. This one's going to be dropping on the platform on Tuesday, May 24th at 8 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay, Vader in the background.
No, you're not having a stroke. We did say Jeff the land shark. Is he cute? Undoubtedly. Is he someone you should care about? Let's get into that.
So if you haven't noticed, it does seem like the comics dropping on VeVe from Marvel are pretty random. Different eras, different titles, different first appearances. But to us, the more we look at it, the more this seems like just more breadcrumbs for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Marvel Comic Universe as well.
And this makes sense, actually, because Disney Plus, who, carries Marvel, has a current lineup of future and existing series that feature the West Coast Avengers, such as War Machine and Hawkeye were founding members of the team. Some of the first recruits, Scarlet Witch, Moon Knight, the Wasp, and Vision. And if you've watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the failed replacement of Captain America who becomes U.S. agent, he was also on the team. Human Torch, who we've been seeing nonstop on covers on the platform recently, you guessed it, on the team.
As for this comic and this era of the team, we're seeing some really familiar faces. America Chavez, Hawkeye, and of course our FA character, Jeff, the baby land shark, are some of those members. And since this is the first appearance for Jeff,
I think Baby Shark's going to do really well, Jeff the land shark. Long term, I think as it becomes part of the MCU, complete speculation guess, but I think it could do really well. Just something about it, I feel like it's going to grow on a lot of people.
Let's get into him really quick. You can't really talk about Jeff without talking about Gwenpool. Strap up, because this is a wild character. While the name seems similar to Deadpool, she's no relation to him or even a variant. Gwendolyn Poole existed essentially in our world, a world where all the Marvel Universe comics are published and read by people. Through unknown events, she was transported to the Marvel Universe, and because of this, she doesn't believe any of it's real, because they're all just characters that she's read about in comics. She breaks fourth walls, literal comic panels, knows they are just creations of human artists and writers, and acts very similar to Deadpool.
And in this comic, the West Coast Avengers are dealing with an evil villain who has created genetically modified sharks, and baby Jeff is one of those sharks. And Gwenpool just couldn't help but adopt him, naming him after her cat. The value of this entire character is fan-driven. Even Gwenpool was spawned via fans. Originally, the concept came from a variant cover of Spider-Gwen merged with Deadpool. That concept became one of the most cosplayed characters at conventions. And the moment Jeff was introduced, fans everywhere went nuts.
And this led to Jeff getting his very own limited comic series, and a lot of speculation on where this character could end up in the MCU via Hawkeye, because Kate Bishop is a pivotal member of this West Coast Avengers team, and so is Hawkeye, Clint Barton. And the value of this comic sort of highlights that hype. This comic is pretty recent, having been published on January 30th of 2019. If you would have bought it for $4 and got it cased and graded highly, you'd be sitting on just under $200. That's a decent appreciation for a comic that is this new.
Our VeVe exclusive rare and ultra rare covers are coming from Todd Knock and Rochelle Rosenberg. If you've been following comics on the platform, you'll know that these two are prolific on both the platform and in the real world. We've got their web pages linked in the video description below if you know that these two are...
This Hulk one is also a super limited drop too, with only 250 secret rares, 10,000 total editions.
Prolific on both the platform and in the real world. We've got their web pages linked in the video description below if you want more details. Now, before we check out the variant covers, a quick shout out to the Rhubarb Patch family. You're all amazing, and if we could gift you all a genetically enhanced and adorable land shark, we would. Hopefully, this video shout out will suffice until we get moved and can hang out with you all again via the live streams. All right, let's dig into these covers. First, the classic cover is minting 6,000 editions. We're seeing Kate Bishop and Marvel Boy on the front of this one. Both of these characters are performing well and are key figures in the Marvel push for Young Avengers.
Next, the uncommon vintage variant is minting 2,250 editions. This is the kind of color selection that we like. Everything is desaturated except for the characters, which really does make them pop off the page. But where's Jeff?
Our first exclusive cover is the
I like
Rare
this one the
Hero
best.
variant, minting 1,000 editions.
Just popping
Todd and
out.
Rochelle give us what we all want. Ittle bitty witty Jeff the Land Shark, front and center. Marvel probably didn't realize that a random variant cover would spawn such a following for Gwenpool, so I doubt they realized Jeff would become an instant fan.
7 minutes, 40
This cover
seconds.
gives those fans what they want, a happy little genetically modified shark, front and center.
The ultra rare vibranium variant is minting 500 editions. You really get to appreciate the spread of characters on this cover. Jeff is still centered, prominent, and being adorable, but now we can make out all of the new age characters. America Chavez, Kate Bishop, Clint Barton, obviously are major pieces in the current MCU movement.
Last, the True Believers Secret Rare is minting 250 editions. This is an interior panel pull, and here's the panel it's being sourced from. This is a pretty cool cover because both of these characters arguably would not exist if it weren't for fans. And for Gwenpool, this wasn't love at first sight. It was love at first bite.
And that's a wrap for this
That's a
info
good
zone.
one.
Good luck if you go for this one. We will be trying because this is the next wave of characters. Like it or not, the next generation of readers, they love these characters. They are invested in these characters, and they're communicating nonstop on social media to get more of these characters. So we want to be a part of that movement. Until the next drop, this is Corey
And Heather.
signing off.
Great video, guys. As always, as always. Getting close to the drop time. Getting close. Bro, I pray to God every night I wake up with 100K in my bank account just to go ham and stack. Absolutely, Willow. Let me get some more comments real quick. No Parmesan Gate today. Oh, okay, yeah, Henry, their teaser videos. A lot of people have been asking about their teaser videos, like when they dropped Throg and they had like the swamp. And I think Black Panther had a teaser video too. Maybe I can mention to the team, bring back those teaser videos. But again, like you said, they're pretty busy. I think they're just working hard on a lot of these things. The priority is probably the website right now. But maybe I can mention to Alex to bring back some of those little promo teaser videos. Coffee Gate today too, absolutely. I'm going to go over the drop real quick. We got 5 minutes left to the drop. We probably will have to go rhythm gate today, so I kind of want to go over for anyone. I'm going to go over a few different times. Right now, I'm going to act like there's 0 minutes left and 15 seconds. Again, the buy now pops up 1 second after 0. So I try to time it by staying in rhythm of the countdown and clicking slightly before I see it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. Couldn't really see it because my screen just dimmed, but we're going to go over it again. Make sure that doesn't happen again. My auto lock. Why is it at 30 seconds here? I feel like that's never happened before. But anyway, we're going to go over it again. I'm going to act like there's 0 minutes left for the drop. Again, guys, the buy now pops up 1 second after 0. So you can kind of guess and click slightly before you even see the buy now button. Because you know it's popping up 1 second after 0. Staying in rhythm kind of helps you predict that timing. Let me just show you exactly what I mean again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. That would have been so perfect right there. Now again, the buy now is going to click or is going to pop up right where you see the timer for these blind box comic book drops. So you can sit here and wait till you see buy now pop up and then click. If you were kind of new, you may want to do that. But if you've been here for a while, on these super limited, hard to get drops when there's only 10,000 total editions, I think it's pretty crucial to try to time it. So again, if you know it's popping out 1 second after you see 0, instead of waiting till you see buy now, you can start your click slightly before you see buy now. So by the time your thumb or your finger gets there, you should be able to click it perfect timing. Let's try it one more time, show you guys. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. I was probably a tad too early right there. So if you are too early, the one thing you can do is if you're too early, you won't be able to click, and you're going to have to try to click again as soon as you do see the buy now pop up. There's been times where I've been able to pull that off. It's a lot harder, though. I would say that's a downside of trying to time it manually. You can miss the buy now button. You can do it too late, too early, as opposed to just spamming away. But yep. So Crypto Cookie, good question here. I've heard about different tiers for OMI holders. Do you know more about what that entails for the future? Absolutely. So basically, each tier is going to have a little bit more utility. It's going to have a little bit more options for you. So I'm not sure exactly what the highest tier unlocks. There's going to be an article soon about this. It's called the OMI utility, the OUP, the OMI utility program. Kind of like how there's a master collector program. There's going to be an OMI utility program. And then each tier that you're staking at, you have different benefits. I believe the highest tier they said is 50K, which is a lot. I mean, 50K worth of OMI. But it all depends, Maybe you're able to get 50K. You're not able to get 50K worth of OMI now, but as OMI goes up in price, it could be worth 50K type thing. So appreciate you, big time pirate bro NFT. We got 1 minute 35 seconds left. Crypto Cookie, to go back on this comment, I can get you details. I'll have it up for the next stream, basically what the current OUP is. But again, a finalized version will be coming soon. Hoping for the secret rare, staying for the sniffles. Cool, Mo. Appreciate you. I don't know how that's still happening. I feel like it's getting better now that I have some circulating air flowing around here, but it still tends to happen about an hour or so on stream. It tells me my computer is probably extremely dirty since I'm right in front of it, but I don't know. It's got to be fixed soon because I'm getting tired of it. We got 55 seconds left for the drop. Shout out to my coffee gators. I am going to be going for this drop. Actually, I made up my mind. One thing I like to do, I'm going to get to more comments too after the drop. I like to go back and come back into the drop. It felt pretty good right there. The reason why I do that is because sometimes you'll see the timer kind of stuck on a certain second. I'm going to go back again, actually. and it went down just fine. If I see it come down in a normal pace, I know the timer is probably fine. If I see it like stuck on 25 seconds extra long, I'll go back and do it again. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. Nope, too early, but I got it. All right. I was too early on that one, but then I went back and I was able to get it. Only going for one. Felt like they would sell out immediately. Let me know in the chat how you guys did. If it did sell out immediately, let me know. Yeah, it's going to take a while, K. Walker, for him to appear. Probably a few years, yeah. DC Comics will be amazing. I think we will see it eventually, guys. Kind of do both here. Comments. Oh, it came in. All right, 8,000. Kind of high for a 10,000 mint run, but secret rare won't really matter. Let's hope. Yeah, sold out. All right. 10,000 usually sells out pretty fast. Willow OnlyFans. Yeah, inflation, everything's going crazy right now. I'm going to skip some of the comments that I didn't get to. There's not too many, actually, so I'll just go through them real quick. You guys are hilarious. Shame my game. I tried explaining NFTs to my dad. He's 73. He kept saying, "You own a picture." I gave up and went for lunch. Yeah, Henry, it's kind of hard to explain, especially to the older generation. One thing you can kind of put it to them as, you can explain it to them like digital music. There's a lot of people against digital music streaming, right? When that first happened, CDs, record players, people didn't think digital music was going to last. A lot of times people said it was a fad. But once you realize that digital music streaming became regulated and it wasn't Napster, LimeWire, it became premium licensed digital music collections from platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes. VeVe is that Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, just with the biggest brands in the world. One sentence that can easily explain it is VeVe is just digitizing decades worth of content from the biggest brands in the world, like Disney, Marvel, DC, Coca-Cola. That's a really easy way to explain it to people. I think Reese is the one who said that in one of the AMAs, and it just stuck with me because it's kind of hard to, if you had 10 seconds to explain to someone who had no idea about NFTs, how would you explain VeVe, right? It's like, wow, okay, do you explain what NFTs are? Or it's kind of hard. So when you just put it in a simple sentence, it can just simplify it to so many people that don't really understand it yet. VeVe's digitizing decades worth of content from the biggest brands in the world. Truth. Good morning, Oscar. That's hilarious. These will fly right out of your wallet. Pass, how we doing? How we doing, brother? Glad you're back. Super Rush, really excited for this one. Let me get to the ones that people said they got it. Okay, Paz got one. Brave New Channel got one. Super Simono. K Walker took an L. Oh, man. Absolutely. Glad I could help. Tyler Sheehan got a dub. Super Simono tried to exit out and get another one, but it's sold out. That's great news to know. So it sold out really quick. I feel like there's definitely, we're at the point where there's probably a little bit more than 10,000 hardcore, VeVe big time users, collectors, where they're going for every drop. So 10,000 editions, I think, of any kind of comic book or collectible probably sell out instantly these days. December couldn't get one. Wow. So a lot of people took L's today. Eric Nolan took an L. See, Rios got 2. How'd you get 2, my man? Miss Rose got a dub. Willow got a dub. Wow, Kurosemi got 2. Holy cow. Did you guys all use multiple phones, or did anybody get 2 on one phone? Super Rush got a dub. Getsy got a couple. Paz got one. Jeremy got one. December, we were back to our L's. Fabian took an L. G Metals got one. Anybody who went for 2 on one phone, I think, missed out. Miss Rose is smelling a secret rare. I hope. Christian J got one. Let's go, my man. Yeah, let me know about rebounds, because a lot of people are trying to say that rebound, well, not trying to say, but a lot of people are saying that rebounds don't really work anymore. Let me know if that's the case. Miss Rose, she got a good one. Smelling a secret rare. I hope you get a secret rare, Miss Rose, or ultra rare at least. Ed Feely with a sub 1K. I think sub 1Ks are going to definitely do great. Riley Pie got a dub. Everyone's losing on rebounds. Shout out to Nick VeVe Monkey. VeVe Monkey, is this a YouTube channel that I don't know about yet? Let me just YouTube real quick. I love finding new VeVe content creators out there. I feel like almost a scout. Find a new VeVe content creators out there, trying to show them some love. The only thing I see popping up right now is Hit Monkey on YouTube. Nick, that's a sign. If you don't have a YouTube channel just yet, start making some VeVe content if you're loving it, my man. Good to see you on the channel, though. The Impaler got a dub. Got a low mint for Punch. Let's go. Kevin got a dub. Do you think it was a coincidence that No Jumper mentioned the exact NFT brands VeVe holds? Oh, man. Real talk. It seems too good to be true, right? Shout out to Adam22 because, you know, I mean, he's been a legend for a while. He's been trying to tap into all the new. He's basically, if you guys don't know who Adam22 is from No Jumper, he's been shining a lot of light on up and coming hip hop artists, always doing interviews with their legendary hip hop artists or new ones that nobody's known about, and then they end up blowing up. I feel like he likes to get on the ground floor too. And shout out to Franelations, because if you guys don't know Franelations, he's an NFT GOAT. You know, we found VeVe almost like the same day. He might have found it a day before me, but we became friends because of VeVe. So it was kind of crazy. I saw his whole evolution happen with the NFT space. He was big into collectibles before NFTs, right? Big shoe guy, big sneaker head, right? Collecting sneakers. And so NFTs was like a perfect transition for him. And I shout him out because he actually showed me, he was on the No Jumper podcast. He did an interview with Adam22 with one of his buddies, and he was on there the whole time. And so I feel like Franelations, with all the connections he has, he might have dropped a little word to Adam22. I don't know if that's the case or not. Haven't talked to Fran about it, so not any kind of inside source, just my speculation. Shout out to Fran. But maybe he did mention it to Adam22, and then Adam22 is asking Gary V's opinion on how it would affect things. And who knows? If Adam22 is in VeVe fam, shout out Adam. Glad you're here, my man. I think it was crazy, right? I mean, he basically, I think it was like kind of planned out. Maybe I'm wrong and it was all just a coincidence, but I feel like things like that don't usually end up being coincidences, but maybe it was. But El Che, first W on a 10K. Let's go. Yeah, real talk. Great observation here, because I felt like it was almost too good to be true as well. Yeah, December. I don't know how you didn't get one today. Omi Dad 818. You did get a rebound on Deadpool. Good to know, Omi Dad. That's a crazy mint number too. Shout out to you, my man. Any rarity will be great, and I don't know why, but I'm feeling like you got a secret rare. 818. Amazing mint number, and it's a sub 1,000. Crazy job. Amazing. That's gonna be a good one. Good to know that the rebounds still are available, it looks like, because people are hitting on the Deadpool rebound. And the last comic, Jeremy Wild got a rebound. So maybe it's just a lot more rare to get a rebound. Ultra rare rebound. He got a rare. A 430 rare. Oh my gosh. Passing out low mints all around today. I don't think mine got delivered just yet. I lied. I didn't. I got a rare. What? Let's go. This is the one I said I wanted to. What? That's crazy. And I said it during the stream, I felt like a lot of people are going to get rares today. What's happened? I think it was just because the odds. Odds seemed like a lot of people were going to get rares. Yeah, 1 in 10 chance to get a rare. 1 in 42 chance to get a secret rare, so kind of hard. There's only 1,000 rares, though. 500 secret rares, 250 secret rares. 500 ultra rares, 250 secret rares. Willow, I just read your comment. Paz will join you. You guys are hilarious. I think Gary's playing poker with his VeVe holdings. Yeah, shout out to Gary V. Gary V's been tuned into us, guys. I think he's smart when he says there's enough room in the space for everybody to win. I completely agree with that, And Gary's just shout out to Gary, man. Gary's been tuned into the whole entire VeVe community for months now. I think Gary followed me on Twitter in October or November, maybe, of last year. It's been a few months now, so that told me that, like, if he's following me, that shows me that he's tuned in, tapped in on the ground floor, seeing everything unfold. So he definitely knows about VeVe and Akomi and Omi and all these collectibles. Right now, real talk, I'll give my opinion on what's kind of happening. You got to realize that he has a huge following, right, Gary V? Hardcore, passionate followers, too, especially now from the NFT space. So I don't think he wants to tell his entire millions of followers, check out the VeVe app. They have the IP that I've been talking about, Superman, Batman, Disney. But wait, you can't cash out yet. Soon. I don't think he wants to put his reputation on the line and soon his community when we don't have an exact time frame when that's happening. We know what's going to happen. And I think when that happens is when we see the Gary V's, the Logan Pauls, probably the Elon Musks, right? Shout out to Elon Musk. I think that's when we'll start to see a lot of these people start talking about VeVe and probably Omi, because at that point, you don't have to say, yeah, but soon this is going to happen. And then soon this is going to happen. Everything's already in place. You can go on the web app. You can put your KYC information in and cash out. There is no if or when. It's already here. So that's when I think, Gary will come out and say, check out VeVe. VeVe's amazing. But he's leaving hints and clues along the way for his community to dive in and check it out. But I think until things are in place 100%, he doesn't want to come out there just yet. So that's just my theory on it. Like, I've DM'd him, talked to him for a little bit. I just wanted to say, like, thank you for everything you've done. Really helped me understand NFTs. Really just motivation in life, because I've been watching him for a decade. And so, he hearted the message. And from what I gathered from the information is that he's just not ready to come out and talk about VeVe just yet. And I'm sure, he probably will want to get on, interviews with the community once things are in place. So that's just kind of my take on it, real talk. Yeah, only 2 people in the whole community that didn't get the comic. I don't know what happened, K Walker. I know there's a lot of other people who didn't get it too, but I feel like especially December's always been, getting the worst end of the stick. So maybe all the luck is saving for December to get the secret rare Charizard. NFT's got a dub today. True NFTV, Johnny Dubs, Rare Gang. We're Rare Brothers today. You're a master of manifestation, man. I swear. I don't know how it happens, Willow. It's kind of crazy, right? I almost like get in debate with myself. Is like, am I predicting the future, or am I kind of like making the future happen? I'm manifesting it. I don't know. Miss Rose is going to get a rare too. She's going to join the Rare Gang. My name is Gary. Were you talking about me? Gary Lamoto must have got a suggested video because we're all talking about Gary. It's talking about Gary V, though. Shout out to both Garys. Gary Lamoto, Gary V, Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary has a huge VeVe collection already. I think he probably does G Metals. If it's not huge, he's probably got a few. That'd be my guess. I'd be shocked if he didn't have a few of them, because Gary's been tapped in, has a lot of NFTs from a bunch of different NFT platforms out there, right? Doesn't mean he believes in every single one, but he's tapped in, got a few, probably airdrop a bunch of collectibles too. People probably sent him some. In my opinion, I definitely think he's got a few collectibles on VeVe. Just my opinion, though. Could be wrong. Would love to see that interview with Taps Foster and Uncle Jeremy Gary Vee. Yeah, that'd be an awesome one to watch. Absolutely. Shout out to Taps. Shout out to Foster. I think that kind of stuff will definitely happen in the future, too. But like I said, I think right now it's just too early for Gary to really come out and talk about it, because he knows his community is so passionate. He doesn't want to be left being blamed, saying, I bought these NFTs, Gary, because you told me to, and I can't cash out. And I don't think Gary wants to have that on his reputation. So in my opinion, that's why I think he's just waiting until these things come in place. And then he's going to be like, remember that VeVe app that I've been mentioning? Because he's gave us a bunch of love, right? All of his followers have seen him tweeting with the VeVe community. So all of his followers that maybe are interested, they're going to still tap in. And I think that's kind of his game plan. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be wild. Wow, 209 for Paz. Let's go. Flash Paz in the building with a crazy mint. Someone said this before, too. Gary Vee is secretly Dr. Profit. It's actually hilarious. Could you imagine? That would be a plot twist. But no, I don't think it is. Riley Pie got the uncommon 209. Yeah, I thought it was Paz. Wow, Riley Pie. All right, so 209, I believe you might have. You have one of the first mint numbers ever of this comic book, because I believe VeVe takes the first 200. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on this one. Some comics they've taken 500. Some comics they've only taken 200. Do we have anybody live right now for the videos? I know Vault raided us the other day. I was thinking about raiding Vault. I want to see if anyone else is live, like Taps or Kyle or Randy. Thinking about having 2 raids today. Show some love to Vault, because he raided us the other day, and I want to see if anyone else from the VeVe fam is streaming right now. Riley Pie, that's a hold, my man, or sell for a premium. Yeah, Paz, appreciate this message, because I thought it was you. Vault is live. All right, we'll go raid Vault in just a minute. I'm just trying to check to see if anyone else is live. Let's raid with the alien. Yeah, no doubt. Once we go over to Vault's channel, just spam a bunch of UFOs, a bunch of aliens. I like showing Vault some love. He always pops in. I know there's a lot of controversy and everything like that. I try to stay out of everything, I'm friends with everybody in the VeVe fam. So, I love showing Vault some love, because he always shows me love. And so I just want to make sure no one else is live. Because if there is, I want to raid Vault, and then maybe other people, if like Taps or Randy or Kyle or anyone else. But I don't see anybody else live right now. So maybe we'll just go raid Vault. Alien up. Make sure you guys fuel the engines. Yeah, I'm just excited to see what's announced today. I think we will see an announcement either today or tomorrow. I think it's just Vault. So let's see. Should I stay on the live and raid them on the live, or should I hop off and raid them? Let's see here. Probably do it on the live, right? All right, yeah, I'm gonna do it on the live. Common gang for Willow. Yeah, stay. I'm tuned in. All right, guys. I'm gonna share the screen. Let's go raid VeVe Vault right now.
Captain Jack Sparrow's attorney. I didn't know Johnny Depp was going to be in the Dune movie. MXB Vibes got a secret rare today with Secret Rare Gate. Let's go. Congratulations, MXB Vibes. Serial number 2092, but that's a secret rare. A low edition, 250. Only created of those. Adam says at least watch Loki on Disney so you can understand and see the new Marvel villain. Oh, we're into Star Wars now. We're deep into Star Wars.
Raid is happening
We're
for
halfway
Vault.
through, probably a little bit more than halfway through episode 3. We're going to finish that today and then move on. Hopefully I can get my kid to watch episode 4. This is when it gets interesting. Is he going to watch the old 1970s stuff now that he's into the movie and into the whole plot? He used to, I think Anakin was his favorite, but now that Anakin did the worst thing ever and killed a bunch of kids.
He's got slow chat on.
Last episode, he don't like Anakin.
So he's going to see him all eventually.
Stick with the story. We'll have to see what happens. He really wants to. Let's go. Shout out to Johnny Dunn for the raid. If you guys aren't following Johnny Dunn on YouTube yet, the original OG, the triple OG, make sure you're definitely subscribed to Johnny Dunn. Shout out to Johnny. Thank you, my man.
What up,
We are
Vault?
waiting for this marketplace to open up. We're going to check on the prices. We are hoping for some high prices today. My predictions are a little bit higher than everybody else's, it looks like. Pew Pew says Miss Rose. Uh-oh, she's attacking. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. Need to watch WandaVision before Doctor Strange 2. WandaVision looks.
I want to see what
I tried
Vault's
to watch
thoughts are on
WandaVision.
the drop. See what
It
his.
makes sense to me.
I want to see what his thoughts are on the
50
market
show
prices.
or something. It was so weird. Charlie says, don't watch episode 4 yet. Watch Obi-Wan series first. I don't know. I said that to my kid too. I know y'all mentioned that we should watch something before we get into part 4. And he's like, I'm not trying to watch all this, this sad stuff. But I guess, is it really worth? Do I have to? The Obi-Wan series first? I don't know. It's not even out yet. I can't do that. Yeah, the aliens are raiding the lions. Be careful out there, guys. Do not kid them.
The aliens and the lions are fighting right now. That's hilarious.
Spoiler: Han Solo and Princess Leia. I thought they were brother and sister. Johnny Dunn says, "What's up, my man? Think the comment will do well in the market. How'd your drop go? Actually got one today. It's my first time ever getting a drop on a 10K edition comic drop.
Wow, let's go, Vault.
And we got our price predictions. I'm a little bit higher than everybody else. I'm at where am I? I'm at 8 on the common, 10 on the uncommon, 25 on the rare, 50 ultra rare, 200 secret rare. And most people though are at, I don't know what J Money's talking about, 20,000 over here. I guess they got one on the drop or something. VeVe NFT analysis is at 170. Meta Money's got 150 on the secret rare, and Camino's at 160.
I'm gonna go even higher.
So like I said, I'm a little bit higher, thinking 200, because there's only 250 editions, and it's a land shark. Why does Psych keeps changing our reality to different generations?
Great points right there. I think it depends on the market. You know, if the market opens up and there's only a handful in there, it could start out, close to 500. I think. But we'll see what happens. Good guesses.
Of sitcoms for the first few episodes. Yeah, I didn't understand what was going on. It gets good after episode 3. So yeah, I didn't make it. I didn't make it to episode 3. That's the problem. 4K left to be delivered. I have an unpopular opinion, but
Appreciate you guys big time. I think that's hilarious. Alien invasion. Well done, fam. Well done. Well done, fam. Market's still closed. I wonder if there's going to be a delayed opening today completely. I'm going to be signing off, though. My congestion is terrible right now. I got to figure it out in my room. I don't know what's happening, but... Wow, 3-digit secret rare. Let's go. Shout out to G Metals. Man, that is amazing right there. Shout out to G Metals. Shout out to the Vault. Vault Gang got his first comic on the 10K run today. That's amazing. I think these will start out maybe closer to 500. And then I think they'll probably work its way down. My app's having a hard time loading right now. I have to keep closing and exiting it. But yeah, shout out to G Metals, man. I mean, that's amazing right there. 3-digit secret rare. Huge. Here we go. I wonder, do you guys think the market's going to open up right at 5 minutes, like in 30 minutes right after the drop? 'Cause sometimes it's been opening before the market, sometimes it's been opening after. I don't know. Definitely be interesting to see what happens here. Maybe I'll just stay on for the next 5 minutes. Special shout out to Miss Rose. Wow, Miss Rose got a rare. I didn't know this. I didn't know. Holy cow. I even said I think Miss Rose is going to join us in the rare gang. What is happening? Holy cow. How crazy is that? You really got a rose or are you messing with me? I mean, you really got a rose. You really got a rare? Or are you messing with me, Miss Rose? Yeah, it's crazy if that really just happened. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. With your theory of Gary's star power, can we add Gary as a catalyst with our OUP, MTL, and web app? Real talk. Yeah, I'm going to add in Logan Paul, too. Logan Paul has already said he has Omi, right? Shortly after that, he moved to Puerto Rico. Now, I know there's a lot of other things going on in his life. I don't want to say he moved to Puerto Rico just because of Omi, but I think that has a lot to do with it. I think the combination of everything else that he's doing, he's set up to become a billionaire soon. I truly believe that. So, especially because his belief in VeVe and Omi and all that kind of stuff. I think, just imagine, right? Imagine when we get all these things, right? Web app for everyone, KYC, MTL is here so everyone can cash out. We get Omi to NFT so people can convert their crypto to Omi, go shopping. And then we get listed on a major exchange. And then the utility programs rolled out so people know what Omi is used for, to buy NFTs, to stake, right? And then we get Logan Paul talking about why VeVe NFTs are going to be the best in the world. Already on Immutable X, Ethereum, licensed by the biggest brands in the world. Then we get Gary Vee talking about it. And then last but not least, the man himself, Elon. Carbon neutral? When are we going to see a SpaceX Tesla NFT, right? Those, like, I think VeVe is going to have every big brand in the world because it's going to come a point in time where if you're not on the VeVe app, you're missing all that exposure. So I think eventually we'll see it, probably not for a little while, but that's why these times are so crazy because we're here on the ground floor shaping the culture before things are laid out and it becomes obvious to the world. We're all OGs. I think everyone in here right now. Rare Gate. Welcome to the Matrix. Yo, how crazy is that, right? The JD gang all got rares. How wild is that? So crazy. So crazy. Maybe I'll hop back into maybe we'll maybe we'll raid Vault again once the market opens up, see what he got. Simulation is real. I 100% agree, Punch. Every day that goes by, it makes me think the simulation is even more and more real. And it kind of makes sense, too, if you think about where we're going. I mean, the technology we have now from 100 years ago is, like, mind-blowing, right? People couldn't imagine it. And where we're going with virtual reality, what's the technology going to be 100 years from now, 200 years from now? I don't know, but simulation definitely seems viable. Punch, you got a rare too? I'm just happy I didn't get a comment again. Yeah. Missed it today. Wow, Chasing Sundays, you didn't hit it today? I'm surprised, my man. Does anyone else click on the market feed and accidentally click on like the feed or like just are still in the store tab and they think the market's open? I do that all the time. I got a high mint rare, 8,389. I hope technology is just like Ready Player One and Ready Player Two. G Meadows, I mean, it's not there just yet, but it's dang near close, right? And think about how much money is being funneled into the space, whether we like it or not. Some people are against the digital world. I completely understand that theory, right? Because it's just scary and you don't know who has control over it, which is another, big consideration too. But whether we like it or not, the world's going more and more digital every single day. So I think it was Facebook Meta that said they're spending $10 to $12 billion a year, or $10 to $15 billion a year in this space. Think of how much money that is, right? Oscar, appreciate you guys big time. The Johnny Dunn Alien Invasion Squad on VeVe was a success. Let's go. Shout out to the Vault Gang out there. All the Lion, what do they call them? Not Lion Gators. The Lions were roaring, though. I was hoping someone else was live. I know Kyle, Taps, Randy. I know those three usually stream. Market, is it up? Let me check. Borat. Very nice. Shout out to Borat. Man, I'm getting the loading screen, the never-ending loading screen, the loading spinning. What do I call it? The spinning wheel of death. That's it. On the VeVe loading app, I have to like restart it, exit out, open it back up. Wow. Okay, it's open. Let's go. Market is up. West Coast Avengers. There's only one. Wow. There's only commons available. There's no other rarities. Starts at $33, smart move X, and goes down to $8. Again, guys, if you want to build your following, this is a huge opportunity right now because you know all these people are active. So just go in and follow every single person you see in the market right now listing their comic. You don't have to do that, but all right, they're all in now. 5 secret rares, 400. Oh, so now it's 250. I literally said it could start out 400 or 500. Today's crazy. But I think it might have even started out higher. I see some for 2K, 999, 800, 700, 500, 400, and 250. Now it's 390. G Metals. Wow, you got the secret rare. 823. Holy cow. Yeah, smart move trying to get it off early. Just unfortunate people came in and undercutted you. I mean, that's what happens sometimes. Like right now, guys, I'm literally going in and following every single person I see. I had 4,494 followers before this. Let's see how many add me back as a follower by the end of this. And again, guys, to build your following, it takes a lot of time. Don't feel like you're going to gain, 1,000 followers in a day. You can have goals. Like I've tried to get 100 followers in a day, and that's tough to do. But even just like 10 a day, 5 a day, it's consistency over time. Think of like a year from now. Because it's taken me over a year just to get this far, and I've been grinding almost every day, right? And you got to think, too, as we continue to build more users, it's probably going to be harder and harder to build a following. Think of Instagram. Think of TikTok. When TikTok first happened, if you guys were ever on the app TikTok when it first launched, you could post any video and thousands of views. That's why Gary Vee was huge on it, right? Because eventually, same thing with Instagram when it happened, 2011, 2012, so easy to gain that following, organic reach. But as the world piled in and there was millions and millions of more followers or users on Instagram, harder and harder to build that following now. Same thing's going to happen with VeVe, I think. But again, we're going to go through spaces, time periods where people stop using the VeVe app. People that were grinding that might be ahead of you. There's going to come a point in time where maybe they stop grinding, and that's your way to catch up a little bit. That's what happened with me big time. There's a lot of people, I used to be in a lot of group chats with a lot of people, and I told them all like my secrets, how you get grow, build the following. A lot of people end up having more followers than me at the time. And it was like a little competition. I was like, great job, but you're not going to beat me. You're beating me now, but I'm going to stay grinding. And a lot of them, stop using the VeVe app as much. And guess what? I never stopped grinding. Because again, think about it. You can get 25 points a day by not buying a single collectible. That's in 4 days, you can get the same amount of points as someone who completed a full set, right? Full set bonus is 100 points, but then you get those daily recurring points every day for the ultra rare, secret rare. Those will be beneficial. But completing a full set, you get 100 bonus points. So if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of money, can't afford full sets, be active and engage on that VeVe app. I think it's crucial. I think it's huge. Secret rare, let's take a look again. Go over the prices one more time. It is lagging. I've seen a couple of people say that. Yeah, the app is lagging so much, definitely. No, G, I'm just happy for all of you. I'm copying a rare, though. Let's go, Punch. I thought you were saying you got a rare, too. I was like, holy cow, what's happening? 39 secret rares, 235 is the price. Ultra rare is 50. Rare is 17. Uncommon, $7.99. Common is $5.98. Shout out to Miss Rose. I see you. I see you. It's not loading. I should have stayed on it. I think I'm following you. Oh, man, it is lagging right now. I got to keep... If it's lagging for you big time, try just closing the VeVe app and just opening back up. But sometimes you'll get stuck with that spinning wheel of death loading screen. Looks like it's just not cooperating right now. So with that being said, it looks like I will be signing off. But again, guys, stay tuned because I'm sure VeVe is going to put out some kind of announcement. If it hasn't even happened just yet, I haven't even been on Twitter. Just checking it now. A bunch of notifications. I'm definitely going to... Let's go. 430 Getsy. Oh my gosh. So crazy. What a mint number. Simulation confirmed. If you guys were able to get anything pretty good on the drop, post a picture of it and tag me and I'll repost you. Trying to find some other people who did well in the drop real quick before I head off. Wow, shout out to Splint. Amazing. I love seeing showrooms. I can't get into my showrooms. And I have the max right now. So it's been tough. I've been living through other people's showrooms lately. The animation box. I could see that happening. With that duck Deadpool. But again, guys, I'm going to stay close to the VeVe Twitter all day. So I'll make sure I post out any kind of announcement from them. But on any kind of new drop, maybe we don't get an announcement. Maybe we do. We will find out, though. I don't think they're going to go the whole month of May without a drop. Kind of like what Willow said, maybe it pushed back till Friday. Maybe it's just the end of the month. We will see. But appreciate you guys big time for tuning in today. Shout out to the Vault. I'm glad we had a successful alien invasion today. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are subscribed, Instagram, Twitter, notifications are on YouTube because I'm going to be putting out any kind of announcement that VeVe puts out. I'm sure you guys are going to want to see it ASAP. So with all that being said, I'm signing out today. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.